So when you think about monsters, who pops into your head? Dracula, right? Maybe a werewolf? Yeah, those are the big names, the superstars of scary. But honestly, they are just the tip of the iceberg. Folklore is this huge, dark ocean, and tonight we're gonna go deep diving into the abyss to find the things that are way weirder and way more terrifying than you could ever imagine.
You think you've got a handle on what goes bump in the night? Well, in this explainer, we are going to pull back the curtain and show you some creatures from all over the world that you've probably never even heard of. So let's see if you're ready for the real monsters that are hiding out there in the shadows.
All right, our first stop is the Philippines for a creature whose whole deal is, well, it's right there in the name. Brace yourself, because this is one of the most gnarly body horror concepts in all of mythology. Yeah, the name Manananggal. It literally means one who separates itself. And no, that's not a metaphor. This thing's name is its job description, and it is absolutely grotesque. It probably comes from this deep-seated fear of, the unknown power of women and just how vulnerable a home can feel in the middle of the night.
So how does this separation happen? Well, by day, it just looks like an old woman. But when the sun goes down, something truly awful happens. With this sickening sound, her entire upper torso just rips itself free from her legs, entrails and all just dangling below. Then these huge, leathery bat wings tear out of her back, and that gruesome top half launches into the sky. It's a total nightmare.
And how it hunts is just as horrible. It's got this long, thin, almost insect-like tongue it uses to drain its victims. And it has a horrifying preference for lovers and even, disturbingly, unborn babies. And you might hear this ticking sound. That is the most sadistic part of its whole hunt. It's a trick, you see, an auditory illusion. If that ticking sounds like it's far away, that means it's right on top of you. But for all that terror, this flying monstrosity has one huge, almost funny design flaw. While its top half is out causing mayhem, the bottom half, it's just left behind, standing there, totally helpless. If you can find it and sprinkle it with salt or garlic, you've won. The two halves can never rejoin, and when the sun comes up, it's destroyed. So, the Manananggal's weakness is physical, right? Our next creature from Venezuela and Colombia is a terror born from something much deeper, a psychological wound. This isn't just a monster, it's a warning, a cautionary tale about rage. This is the story of El Silbón, the Whistler. The origin story here is absolutely chilling. It all starts with this spoiled kid who gets so angry when his father fails to hunt his favorite meal that he murders him in a fit of rage. For this, his own family punishes him. They curse him to wander the earth for all time, carrying the bones of the father he killed in a sack on his back, forever. And this is where it gets really terrifying. Just like the Manananggal, El Silbón uses sound to trick you, but with this insane twist. If you hear his whistle, and it sounds like it's right next to you, you're actually safe. It's when that whistle sounds faint, like it's way off in the distance, that's when you know you're about to die. I want you to picture this. It's the middle of the night. A skeletal figure, almost 20 feet tall, is standing outside your house. He starts to empty his sack, counting his father's bones, one by one. The only way you survive is if someone in the house hears him. If he finishes his count before dawn, completely unnoticed, someone in your family dies and their bones get added to his collection. Okay, so we've gone from the ghost of a man cursed for his crimes to something way, way older. We're about to look at two creatures that aren't born from human sin or anything like that. No, these are primal, elemental forces. We're talking a skinless demon from the sea and a cosmic beast that literally became the world. First up, the Nuckelavee from Scottish folklore. This thing is pure, uncut nightmare fuel. Imagine a horse, but fused onto its back is the torso of a man. Neither of them have any skin, so you can just see black blood pumping through these gross yellow veins. And its breath? It's a toxic plague that kills crops and makes animals sick. Just a truly repulsive creature.
For all its power, its weakness is almost laughably simple. Like a lot of sea demons, it can't handle fresh running water. So if you ever find yourself being chased by a skinless horseman demon, your best bet is to find a creek and just jump over it. Now from a demon of the sea, we're going to a monster of the cosmos. See, before the Aztec gods could get around to creating the world, they had to deal with one single,
absolutely massive and endlessly hungry creature swimming around in the primordial chaos. This creature was called Cipactli, and it was so enormous that after the gods finally managed to defeat it, they basically had to use its body for parts. Its head became the heavens, its body became the earth, and its tail became the underworld. So, we're all essentially living on the corpse of a giant, ancient monster. Chew on that for a second. And here's where it gets really weird. Cipactli was so hungry that it had a mouth on every single one of its joints. Think about that. Elbow mouths, knee mouths, which kind of begs the question, right? If a mouth has a joint, did its mouths also have mouths? And did those mouths have mouths? It's just an infinite spiral of cosmic hunger. Okay, for our final creature, we really need to shift our tone here. This isn't just a monster from a storybook. This is a deep, serious cultural fear from Navajo tradition. This is something people genuinely believe in, something they're so afraid of, they won't even talk about it.
So, to understand the Skinwalker, you have to get the context. In Navajo culture, medicine people, the healers, they study both good and evil magic so they can understand how to protect their community. A Skinwalker is the exact opposite of that. It's a witch who takes that same powerful knowledge and twists it for nothing but pure harm.
And becoming one means doing the most horrible things you can think of. It starts with dark magic, using human corpses. But to get the final power, the power to shapeshift, the witch has to commit the ultimate sin. They have to murder a close family member, like a brother or sister. That vile act is what seals the deal.
And their powers are just terrifyingly versatile. They can become any animal they want, picking and choosing a form based on what they need. Claws, speed, stealth, you name it. They can read your mind, they can control what you do, and, maybe the scariest part, they can walk among their own people during the day, and you'd never know. The only way to tell? When they're in an animal's form, their eyes stay chillingly human.
This is not just some campfire story. The fear is so real, so deep, that many people in the culture will not even say the creature's name out loud. They believe that just speaking about it is enough to call it to you. That silence, that tells you everything about the power this belief has.
And that's where our trip through folklore's darkest corners comes to an end. From monsters that split in half to cosmic beasts that become worlds and witches that walk among us, it's pretty clear the world's myths are a lot darker and stranger than we give them credit for. And it kind of leaves you with one last unsettling thought. Where do we draw the line between just a scary story and a genuine warning, passed down for a reason?